So I wanna. So all right. So I want to talk about the way we look at wins and losses. The way we've been conditioned to look at wins and losses, and let's get into it. Some interesting things happened tonight. All right. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily go get 'emism number 1K47 for August 11th, 2017. All right, the way we are taught to look at wins and losses, a lot of times we may look at anything that disappoints us as a loss. So if we break up with somebody, we look at that as a loss. We get fired from a job or have to leave a place that we were comfortable with, or if we suffer a financial setback, we look at these things as losses. But we don't really understand or acknowledge the gains that we have wrapped up in those things that we consider to be losses. And they're not really losses, they're really just disappointments, but it's hard for us to really see the forest for the trees or recognize the light at the end of the rainbow. I mean, but that light at the end of the tunnel or the gold at the end of the rainbow, whatever. You know how they say that when one door closes, another one opens. But when we are disappointed in something, when something happens to us that we disagree with, it's hard for us to see anything positive. It sort of, blurs our vision to the optimism that we really should be looking forward to as we push forward. See, I'm about to turn 47 years old. 46 was a very, very reflective year for me. It really was. A lot of crazy stuff happened. It was almost like a lateral thing because nothing really great happened. But I have an opportunity to change that around. Now, I'm not really the type of person that looks at things as like having a bad year or a bad relationship, things like that. I try to draw whatever learning experience from each experience that I have and try to just, do my best with it and make the best of it. And I plan to do that more. But I was having a conversation tonight and I was talking to some new friends of mine, and they were actually asking me about something. And we were talking about the Illuminati, we were talking about politics, and we were talking about the straw man account and universal law and things like that. And it makes me feel good that I have friends that I can talk about this kind of thing too. It's crazy, really. But they didn't know a lot about it, and I don't know everything about it, but I know enough to have a decent conversation and to be able to interject my little 2 cents or whatever. So, but I was thinking about what we were talking about when we were talking about politics and how we look at things that don't even really concern us, and we look at those things as losses. Like if our candidate doesn't win, we look at that as a loss. We don't even factor in the good things that another candidate may be able to give to us. Politics is such a funny thing because we really believe the things that politicians say. Like, politics really go against the old "it's not what you say, it's what you do" thing. Normally we say show and prove, but with politics and religion, we don't look at things like that. We really listen to what these politicians say that they're going to do, and if they say that they're going to do what we want them to do, we'll vote for them and we'll support them, even if they're really not doing it. Like, look at Donald Trump right now. When he won on November 8th, 2016, so many of our people really looked at that as being a loss. We really looked at that as being a loss. It was like it was going to be the end of the world or whatever. Some people still haven't gotten over it. But guess what? We didn't die. And we probably realized that we can definitely get past all of this, and it's going to be okay, and it has been okay, and it will be okay. He's a crazy man and everything, but we have to look at the fact that whatever he does to us, he has to do to his own people, and it's going to affect everybody. So if it affects everybody, then more than likely somebody is going to do something about him and his policies and his recklessness. As simple as that, really. So, we can't always look at things as being a loss just because it involves our disappointment wrapped all up in that. I get why we do it, but we have to do it better than that, because we will never be able to have any decent peace of mind and to be able to propel ourselves forward and feel good about the things that we're doing. We got to do better, and we can do better, and we must do better than we've been doing before. So it's not really all about wins and losses. You can always find a winning situation within any experience that you have, even though they may be disappointing. It's gonna be alright though, man. It's gonna be alright. Listen, good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, listen, when it comes to wins and losses, remember that there's always a win wrapped up in some of our disappointments. So we shouldn't look at things as a total loss, even if we have practiced and really, really studied and really, really prepared ourselves for this win. We have to remember that Hillary Clinton had only prepared herself to win. She had not prepared herself physically, financially, or mentally to lose. And she lost. And many of us felt like we lost right with her. But we didn't. She did lose. And we didn't. And you won't, as long as you keep looking at things the right way. Listen, stay positive against all odds. Stay positive. It's going to be all right. The Daily Go Get a Business Show is every single day, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace. Yeah. Yeah.